we're back with Andrew Gillum and his wife, RJ. Now, they agreed to sit down with me for their first interview together to talk about what they call their secret covenant. They open up about being forced to reveal it to the world and why they are fighting now to save their marriage. Well, it's interesting to have you both together now. Andrew, you were crying. I could hear you and see you when I was talking to RJ. And even now I can see it coming. Why is it so difficult to sit here with her and discuss this, knowing that you've put it all on the table?
I mean, I've always known about RJ's, her resilience, her strength, how much she's believed in me, how much she's always had my back. And it was put into words in a way that I hadn't heard before. I'm sure most people will trace the issues that we have to March of this year. And for us, I think we would both admit that we both gave up on each other over the course of 2019. You know, we have problems just like everybody else has problems. And I did not do my part in making sure that we could keep the unit together in the way that we needed it to be. So when it comes to she and I, please believe if RJ wanted to end our marriage, she would bring that to me, and that's something we would have to reckon with. If we're no longer growing together in the way that we've committed to each other, we're gonna be the two to tell each other first.
Now that you have done this first interview, do you feel free? Do you feel that you can breathe?
I have mixed emotions. I feel more whole that I have been able to reveal another layer. Some of the resistance on me talking about, for instance, sexuality, I don't think we ought to be issuing an invitation for people to enter into our bedroom. For me, it wasn't about our bedroom, it was about also a part of my identity. Right. So I had to figure out a way to express that. This suffocating of me as a part of my identity is not going to work. And so we got to figure that part out. And if it doesn't, and if me revealing that doesn't work for us, then that tells us where we are, you know, on some scheme of things. So the other part that I'm torn, I guess, if you will, about is I don't want RJ ever to wake up together or not together and regret having revealed this part, because if RJ thought when I revealed this to her so many years ago that this would one day have to be revealed, right, I'm not certain she would have made the same decision. That's a different kind of pressure.
Yeah,
it's a different kind of pressure.
You've said that you would not have married him if you knew that.
That I wasn't sure. That a decision to choose you and say yes on the basis of knowing that it's our decision together, as all couples, millions of people watching, that we don't know you. We don't know your stories. I mean, there are couples who have open marriages. There are couples who, all kind of different covenants with one another that everybody else doesn't know. And at the point where you have to reveal your covenant to the world to then be criticized or questioned with good intentions or bad, that's a lot of pressure. And so I've told him before that, saying yes was solely about me and you. It wasn't about me, you, and the world. So I don't know. Someone has asked me before, would you have made a different decision? And I had to say, I don't know. I think perhaps being as young as we were, I wasn't even 30 yet, I may have said no, because at that age, I know I wouldn't have had the maturity to say, while I am privately okay with this, I don't know that I have the strength to continually defend my relationship or my marriage to anyone who doesn't understand.